are you happy now? So what is true happiness for you? Are wealthy people happier generally? As you look at the share price go up and down, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel unhappy when the share price drop, or do you feel happy when the share price just rocket? What's the correlation between the share price versus your happiness? Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to interview Darren on topics that I think should be interesting, because people interviewing Darren has been asking questions about Tesla, talking about investing. Now I'm just asking something that is more on the emotional part.
Yeah.
The topic is happiness. So the first question that I'm going to ask is, Darren, are you happy now?
Right now, next to Bunti, I am. We see each other every few months.
Yeah.
Not that frequent, not that rarely as well.
Yeah.
Happiness is fleeting. It comes and it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and embrace it every time it comes.
So what is true happiness for you?
Wow. I think of it more as, a lot of us say we try to find happiness. But then happiness is almost like, it takes energy to be happy as well. It takes conscious effort to be happy. But what's a baseline beneath the happiness that I try to find is fulfillment and peace. Because you can be at peace in all kinds of situations. Even when you're stressed, you can be at peace as well. It's hard to be happy when you're stressed.
Yeah.
So happiness comes and goes. It's not always directly within our control, and it will not be natural to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
However, we can be at peace most of the time. And that's what I look for, to find peace.
Yeah.
I used to spend a lot of time thinking about happiness. Now I try to search a little bit deeper for peace.
Yeah.
What do I mean by peace? That I'm calm, I'm comfortable with my actions and decisions. That no matter what happens, the good and the bad, that I embrace the journey that we are in.
Yeah. But how do you find peace? Is it like you are very thoughtful about the decisions that you make, or you are very thoughtful about some, like planning? Can you give us some examples on how do you achieve that?
I do my best to find peace by acting on my values and my principles. Values means, what do I believe in? Who am I? My principles. When I take actions, am I just randomly taking an action, or it's guided by a very clear approach to life?
Can you name one the most important values? For example, maybe just give examples that is related to all the stuff that you have been working on related to Tesla. For example, you have organized TeslaCon, successful event.
Yeah.
I mean, so much energy you put into it, but maybe you are still feeling tired, but still work through that, right? So how does that add to your happiness and fulfillment?
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of my core values is transformation. That means whatever I do, big or small, I leave it better than the original status quo. And I see that evidence as, when I stop doing it, I'm not there anymore. Is it still better off? It is like how COVID made e-commerce a higher baseline in life.
Yeah.
Right? Even though e-commerce was much higher during COVID days and lockdown, it came down a bit after COVID. It is still much higher than before COVID. So that's a transformation in industry. So when I think about the things we do, Bunti talked about TeslaCon. It was so much hard work over 4 months. We didn't know what we didn't know. We were like, let's try, YOLO. And we pulled it off. We put out a lot of professional companies, great sponsors, guests from around the world. I think of acting on values as giving us energy. Now, when you do a job, sometimes we do it because of expectations. This is your KPI, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And when there's an expectation, we tend to lose energy, like it tires us. If we do something that is our mission or our value, it can be 2 a.m. And you still want to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, you know you're tired and you want to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel that when I live on my values and I want to do what I want to do, then I'm at peace at where I am. I recognize that, it's freaking tiring. It's a lot of ups and downs. There's obstacles.
Yeah.
And I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because those are my values and that's what I choose to do.
Is there any specific metrics that you are tracking? Say, okay, these are the objectives that I'm going to hit, and if I hit it, I'm feeling happy. If not, I'm just like not happy. Are you that paid this much attention to the metrics or your the goals? Yeah.
I think of it as two things. I do my best to focus on. One is growth. Am I growing?
Yeah.
when I sit down here with Winty, we do these interviews every 6 months. How are we growing? Are we the same person from 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Just before this, we did our first walking interview in Bishan Park.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So, am I growing? Are we having fun? And am I making at least one small positive difference to at least one person around me each day? There's a saying, if you save one life, you save the world.
Yeah.
So I think about those two things.
Yeah.
My growth and one positive difference to at least one person per day.
So it's the growth part that actually give you fulfillment. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, that's not very prescriptive. There isn't like a checklist. And I think what that does is it opens up to possibilities. When our life becomes more prescriptive, we follow a track. And that's a choice. It's not right or wrong. Some people find joy and comfort, and their value is stability and also a very clear path.
Yep.
For me, I used to focus a lot on the end outcome. Like, okay, we just work hard, we sacrifice, the outcome will be worth it.
Yep.
And then my realization now is we spend 99% of our life on the journey.
Yeah.
There is no guarantee we'll reach the outcome. Anything can happen to Bunty and I today.
Yeah.
The world doesn't owe us tomorrow. Like we have these expectations as parents. My daughter or sons are going to turn out a certain way.
Yeah.
We are so outcome focused
Yes.
that sometimes we don't value as much the today. Today matters too.
Yeah. Today.
Yeah, it's not a big milestone like PSLE or graduation. However, today matters as well.
Yes.
Why would it matter less than those big moments or big milestones?
Yes. Definitely.
And that gives me the ability to try to be more present here with Bunty, with the people doing qigong, jogging, running around us here in Bishan Park. It's zen, it's peaceful.
Yes. Some people say that, like when it comes to happiness, right, people are feeling unhappy because they have high expectations, and sometimes it's like unreasonable high expectations. How much do you agree with this statement?
I find that an interesting question to think about is, what is our relationship with expectations? Are you scared of the expectations, or do the expectations serve you or motivate you? Some people are very motivated by high expectations.
Yeah.
Some people use high expectations to drive progress. Elon Musk makes a lot of grand statements about full self-driving, about going to Mars. Freaking crazy expectations. And most of the times they miss their deadlines. Yet, they make progress towards the goals. That's fair, right?
Yep.
No matter how much they miss any deadline, they make progress towards the goal.
Yeah.
That one no one can deny. Progress happens. And sometimes they achieve their goals late. Yes?
Yes.
Is autonomy going to be solved by Tesla? Yes. And it's not only going to be solved by Tesla.
Yeah.
So the question is when? Are we going to Mars? Very, very hard. I believe that as long as Elon Musk is still there in SpaceX, we have a very good shot of getting there.
Yeah. But do you think that you have, like, listening to all these, speech about like setting the expectations, and you have like a projection, say for example by certain time period, time point, they would have achieved certain things. And when we track the progress along the way, we might find that, actually, for example, FSD, they've been talking about this for years, but they haven't really meet the expectations. I mean, this is true for investing, for companies. But at the personal level, it's also same thing, right? Like you have a certain expectation on people around you, on yourself. And do you think that because we sometimes set too high expectation, hence we get miserable over time? Would you think that's the case?
You will come back to our relationship expectations and to ask ourselves, what happens if we do not meet our expectations? In some of our minds, we consider that a failure. Oh, I didn't hit my expectations, I failed.
Yep.
Another perspective to take is, I know I set crazy expectations, and I know I've grown and made a lot of progress, and we should recognize ourselves for that.
Yep.
Can we do better? Yes. Are we one step closer to our dream? Probably yes. As long as those expectations resonate with your values and your mission.
Yep.
If it's an expectation, let's say for some of us, maybe we're working in a company, the CEO says, I need to double my sales every year. And you don't relate with that mission, then that's not going to give you energy. It's like, oh, I missed my quota, I missed my bonus. Damn, that sucked. Because maybe the person has not connected with the company's mission. And that's fair. You don't have to connect with every company's mission. Sometimes we are fortunate that way. Sometimes our mission is not the work. It could be our family, it could be our hobbies or other passions. Whatever it may be, then we focus on where are we applying our values and mission every day.
Yep.
And that gives us energy. And for expectations, ask ourselves, what happens if I don't hit them?
Yep.
Why should I feel upset? Who does it serve when I feel upset? Am I serving someone else or am I serving myself? And if my life is truly short, what's a better use of my emotions? Because emotions are energy.
Yes.
That's the saying, right?
Yep.
You can love or hate someone, but if you truly don't care about somebody, that's the ultimate like goodbye. When there's no feelings anymore.
Yes.
So feeling disappointed is an investment.
Yeah. I think that's very true. It's like when it comes to expectation, it's not like every expectation is the same type, right? Like you said, we have to segregate, and some are useful, some are useless. We just need to set the right type of expectations.
Yes, and be self-aware about how situations make us feel, how we may get triggered, how we may have self-doubt, and ask ourselves, where does that come from?
Yep. Okay, let me switch gear a little bit. Just want to ask, some people, they think that, okay, I'm unhappy because I'm poor. I need to get wealthy in order to feel happiness. Rich people are happier. So, I mean, you have many friends. I just curious, right? Among people that do you observe that there's correlation between, like wealth and happiness? Are wealthy people happier generally? What's your...
I find, to oversimplify, generally the people who are poorer are happier because they accept and embrace a simpler life. Whether just playing with friends in the neighborhood or laughing things off because they're used to so much adversity. We grew up in Malaysia. There's so much adversity. Malaysians are generally quite a happy group. They don't take themselves too seriously. Adversity and scarcity almost allows us or forces us to find a joy in the simple wins. The quick wins, great last mark today. Go to Village Park and have a good meal. No traffic jam today because usually it's a 2-hour traffic jam. That's a joy. On the flip side, when you're very successful, when you're very wealthy, you've already seen that you can actually go up pretty quickly. You can progress a lot. And you will also see other people progressing faster than you, inevitably. Right? Elon Musk is still one of the richest people in the world. Maybe you want to be richer, or you want to have a bigger boat or a bigger car. And then it's like a reinforcement system because you say, when I FOMO, that has served me well and I've got to where I am because of that. But then that same thing that drives us can also drain us. I feel that we can find different kinds of happiness in different situations, whether we're poor or rich. If you are rich, often the doubt or the concern is, are people around me because of me or because of my money? Why are people suddenly so friendly to me? I notice a correlation between my relatives coming to me and S&P stock price. Do they really like me that much after 2 years? What's changed about me? So that's a different kind of doubt that the rich may have. And how do you find peace in whatever situation we are in?
That's true.
What do you think?
I think sometimes, okay, a bit, I know that we can't generalize too much because of course we can find happy people whether they are wealthy or not, right? But sometimes I also think that, because I read about one book that talked about like actually wealth doesn't really add to your happiness because I think one reason is that if you are successful, you tend to compare yourself with people who are more successful. Like you said, it is a good drive to push you to be even more successful, but sometimes all this comparison is really like draining a person. I'm having a car and then the person next to me having a bigger car, so I'm not feeling happy because of that, right? So I think it really not worth to pursue this kind of thinking. So it is better to be content, like to be happy and just look at our own self instead of like compare against others, lah.
Wealth can't guarantee happiness. It can increase safety. Safety, like physical safety, food, education. You can leave your job anytime. The financial safety. It does increase safety. But safety and happiness are different things.
True.
Everyone wants to be safe. It's important, but that's not the reason why we live.
So, come back to investing, stock market. I know still huge proportion of your investment, stock investment is in Tesla.
Yes.
As you look at the share price go up and down, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel unhappy when the share price drop, or do you feel happy when the share price just rocket? What's the correlation between the share price versus your happiness?
When the share price goes up, it's nice validation. It's a nice thrill and nice win. My fundamental reason for investing in Tesla is because I believe in the mission. I don't want to lose money believing in the mission. I want to make money believing in the mission. I don't need to make the most money. So my expectation is when you find a great year with Nvidia or other people with crypto, we celebrate those wins.
Yeah, true.
Not a zero-sum game. As long as over my entire investment horizon, say 10 years for Tesla, it's a net positive. Even if it's a 2-3x gain, it's S&P beating, that's okay. Can I live with that? Knowing that it may not be the highest possible return, I'm okay. Because what I feel is, I feel like I'm part of a company and a journey that is making a difference in the world. For me, the sustainable energy journey gives humanity a bit more lifespan. It makes our earth a lot more habitable, and it gives us more possibilities, a multiplier for us to achieve different things. First, secure the planet, make sure that it's sustainable. Step 2, become multiplanetary. Go to the moon and go to Mars. That's very exciting. And it's like how we pay money for Netflix to watch a drama, right? It is in a sense, I put money in, I'm watching a very interesting drama that I love, and there's a chance I may actually get paid doing it.
That's good. So I think that this, talking about Tesla, when we talk about the company, it's not just like, the founder and employees. It's not just that. It's a wider community, including customers, including,
Fans.
promoter, fans, like
enthusiasts,
like Darren. So I think being part of the community actually make us, happier. I think that's the things that we are all striving for, and these are the things that give us energies, right?
Correct.
And give us fulfillments. Okay. Hope you enjoy our discussion, our dialogues here, and let us know if you like this kind of discussion and content moving forward. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Click subscribe to Bunti's channel.